Hello, good
yes.
time zone, everybody. Welcome back. We are back with episode. Damn, I should have looked. Eight. Thank you.
It's eight. Oh my god!
I was like, I'm so confident when I started, and then I like every word. I was like, "What is it? Is it 7? Is it 8?" Welcome back for episode 8 of season 11 of Arrivals of Waterdeep. My name is Eugenio. You might know me as DM Jazzy Hands, and I am one of the co-DMs for this season.
And I am Brian, aka Urban Bohemian. I am your other co-DM for this season. You will have to figure out which of us is here for the story and which of us is here for the food.
Spoiler alert, we're both here for the food.
Hey!
Let's go around and introduce all the other lovely faces that are with us today to do some role-playing and storytelling. We have such a nice groove going with this, so, why change it? So where does that start us off? I believe that starts us off with you, Gaz. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I'm at a different setup and I don't have the stream up, so I don't remember who's first.
I think it's Shareef.
Whoever.
Right?
Shareef.
Right.
You were so confident. You're
very good.
I know. I have to stop. I just look. I don't know what's going on ever. Just assume.
It doesn't have to be the same order. So good. Hey everybody, I'm Shareef, he, him. I'll be playing Shaka, Tiefling Celestial Warlock, he, him as well. Looking forward to today's game.
LaTia next.
It's me. Yes, I am the one who is next. Hi, everybody. I'm LaTia. I'm playing Aarakocra Monk to the stars, Dahani.
Yes.
My pronouns
Absolutely.
So she, her. Welcome to this Waterdeep Live.
So into it. Masood.
Hey all, it's me. I'm Masood. I play Gazrick Nomrad, your businessman druid socialist construct, and we're out here in the Ledna Caldera having a great time. Oh, our pronouns are he, him.
Last but not least, Tanya.
Hey y'all, Tanya. I play Selise Astorio, your paladin / ranger. Both her pronouns and mine are she, her.
All right. I'm going to stop trying to lead this intro. It hasn't gone well so far. I got 2 strikes already. You take it.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, you're done. Well, since we've already told you who we are and what we're all about, why don't we take it over to Shareef, who will tell you about some of the people who help us do this every week.
Hey, yeah. So let's talk about some of the people that make the show sound and what the way it does. So let's start out with D&D Beyond. We have all our character sheets digitized, access to spells, NPCs, and all that good stuff. Make sure to check them out at dndbeyond.com. And as usual, we'll be giving away an adventures bundle in the chat, which has some source book material. So be on the lookout for the code that one of the mods will share, and make sure to respond with that code as well. Must be present to win as well. And if you're not listening live, if you're listening to the audio podcast or the VOD, just remember that we stream live Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Arrivals of Waterdeep. Our dice trays and vaults are provided by Wyrmwood, WYRM Wood. And you can get those at wyrmwoodgaming.com. And if you use the code Arrivals there, you get free domestic shipping on your dice trays and vaults. Die Hard Dice. Make sure to fill that stuff up with some dice. Check them out at dieharddice.com. Use the code Arrivals for 10% off of your dice order there. If you want some minis in your campaign, make sure to check out Eldritch Foundry at eldritch-foundry.com. And use the code Rivals DND for 10% off of any minis that you purchase. If you like a bunch of assorted geeky swag, cups, mugs, masks, shirts, all kind of good stuff, make sure to go to shop.stormcrow.com. Use the code Rivals for 15% off of your merch purchase there. If you want to sound so silky smooth like the Rivals crew, make sure to check out Blue Microphones at crew.bluemic.com/rivals. And any purchases that you make gives us credit from that affiliate link too. And if you like to bring Shaka Dahani, Selise into battle, make sure to check out Idle Champions by Codename Entertainment. That's available on everything under the sun. And if you type ! code in the chat, you'll get access to a free Electrum chest, which will help you to level up in that game as well. And there's also currently there's a Trials of Mount Tiamat streaming campaign that's going on with us three and a whole bunch of other people from other shows as well. That is on Mondays at 4 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/CNE game. So make sure to check that out as well. It's been a blast. Shaka's been tested significantly in that game. And also check out Warriors of Waterdeep, which is another mobile game as well. And if you type in !WoW gems, then you get free gems in game. And our chat is I'm trying to keep my composure because our chat is going nuts. But yeah, so that'll be all for the ads.
Thank you so much for now they got me going. Thank you so much for that. I can only from then pass it over to our designated official super on top of all of the things whoosh captain LaTia Jacquise.
Love a hood.
Yes, okay.
Ooh, we love a hood.
We love a hood. It's cozy. I'm actually going to be boiling in here because excuse you.
Sorry.
You're grounded. Okay.
Dissipated. All right. I have applied hand cream, and everybody get your whooshing apparatuses ready. Previously on Rivals of Waterdeep. Whoosh.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
Fill it up, chat.
All right.
Whooshes.
Oh, look at him go.
Dem whooshes. I
Whooshes,
cannot.
though.
I am so sorry, Masood. If we don't involve Gazrick at all today, it's because I cannot watch you hold that microphone without laughing.
Is it really uncomfortable?
I'm giving you a hard time.
It's fantastic. It's product placement 101.
It is.
Okay?
That's exactly
the great
right.
thing about the Yeti X is the stand is removable. So if you ever want some comfort
Anyway, so last week, since we whooshed, you all continued to stick around the Lednick Caldera. What'd you accomplish? Okay, well, that's a good start.
Okay, that was great. So
we just have to get an order. We didn't do it previously on backstage.
Right.
So
I didn't do my green room previously. So
You're right.
We caught our spy and made the Lednick Caldera think that we are into some stuff.
They ran with it. They ran with it.
Yeah.
But we also found out a few things. This person's wife and them were, I can't remember their name off the top of my head, which is
Travic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is his name.
And
Travic.
Orla.
Yes.
Orla.
Travic and Orla were out on a route when they were attacked, and Orla was taken. And we had decided that because they had been trying to capture all these druids, that maybe we set a trap for them for this druid, and the rivals being ready to sort of spring it on them in a way that it really could be advantageous for us. So find out who's there. Maybe it's easier to catch them than it is to track them to their location. I think that was the biggest takeaway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you all were helped along because the plan was definitely to figure out what's going on. That is sort of the new specific plan, but you were helped along by everyone's friend, Haque, who left a little passive-aggressive parcel for Gazrick after you all took a long rest. What was it? Do you remember what was in the parcel?
I think it was a locate person spell, or
locate creature. Yeah,
locate creature spell.
Right? Yeah.
But do you remember what it was? How it was packaged?
Wasn't it wrapped up? It was. I think
in.
I don't remember.
I remember it was wrapped up in a ramble of thorns.
A ramble of thorns, right. Oh,
yes,
my God.
Because now the whole of the Lednick Caldera is not kink shaming the rivals.
Thank you.
Absolutely not.
Actively.
Absolutely not.
That's right.
God.
Not weird.
Yeah.
You all also went out, right, and did a bit of close range scouting.
Yes.
During the episode. So where did you go and what did you find?
Some of the shorter paths, right?
We found the locket, right?
Yeah.
That
was Orla's, and I tried to use it to scry a little bit, but unfortunately it wasn't. Still, because it was also being done on a druid, it was a difficult scry.
One that you don't know. So the locket helped, but the fact that you'd never met her sort of balanced that out.
Right.
Yeah, you found out that Orla had been taken just outside the city, the Caldera walls, and apparently while she and Travik were just out for a walk,
right?
And she was among the first taken, it seems.
And then, I think we learned specifically from Travik. Then Travik was used as basically blackmailed into giving the information of all the other druids in order to keep Orla alive, which we're worried that she's already dead, but we also don't know. We got to get out there and find out. I think that's kind of where we left off, though, right?
I think so. Is there anything else that you all learned or did that we haven't gotten to? I'm not. That's not a trick question. I can't think of anything. I just want to be sure.
I'm checking my notes and
same. That's pretty much
that covers most of it. Like we spent a good portion of last episode just planning.
Yeah.
And we definitely ended that, and it's essentially you're coming back the next morning. You have had your long rest, and you are kind of ready to do whatever you're going to do today.
Right. And we had because I think we knew that the next information dump wasn't happening for a few days, right? It was going to be 5 days or so before.
A few days.
Okay. And
so what we wanted to do was to get the shorter paths looked at while letting Travik tell his contact that, whenever he talks to them again, there is another scouting party going out, and there's a druid on that scouting party to entice them to come and be like, we're going to snatch you.
Exactly.
Right.
And between now and then, I think we did a short one yesterday. I think we have maybe 3 or so days before, right. I think we can
probably 2, but yeah.
And we can probably schedule it for the third day from now, whatever that means is when we'll be out. So they'll be ready, reacting quickly.
So in the meantime, before that, because you've got probably 2 days, so then the third day out is the thing. That's fine. That's great. Right. Gives them time to set up their own ambush that you will then ambush.
Ambushes within ambushes.
Who's prepping who?
Inception. So in the meantime, you said there's some other trails that you want to sort of get a beat on. What else? Anything else big between now and then? Because now, in terms of that plan, it's just about waiting, kind of.
Right.
No is also okay. Please don't feel like I'm trying to push you into doing something.
No.
Great.
No, I don't think so.
I think it was just
Well, you all get up that day, and as you sort of make your way out of your lodgings, you see that it's a bit darker in the caldera today. The caldera is domed, right, with this wall of ice, so it does protect from the elements, and that includes big storms and stuff. But the light is still affected, right? There's magic light comes through the ice wall, but it's darker today, and you can tell that there is a big old storm a-blowing just outside the caldera. As you all sort of make your way out of the lodgings and prepare for the day. And, you all can wait for the storm to abate. They usually last several hours here in the Frostfell, and they're kind of constant. There's always a blizzard somewhere, right? But they usually last about a few hours in any given spot. So you can wait until the blizzard is done if you would like to go out and explore some more of those trails. But by the time you get out there, the blizzard has wiped out a ton of evidence, right? You could dig if we want to. You could certainly, make really high DC checks to get old evidence. as you're really sort of searching for maybe some little some things that were frozen in the ice and so weren't blown away by the blizzard, but it's tough out there now.
I would love to, looking at my prepared spells, I would love to, I don't want to lose this time. I'd love to ask you all, maybe Gazrick just turns to you all and goes, there's a pretty bad storm out there, and we don't have to engage in, we could find something else to fill our time here, maybe do a little more research on why the Caldera druids would have been wanted, what the Xanathar is looking to do with them. I can also, if you give me 10 minutes, I can give us a 5-mile scouting area from the Caldera. It'll take a lot out of me, but Gazrick's going to cast control weather. Like if he's basically should he cast control weather on the idea, on the idea of like push all the snow back, like let us use this to our advantage for whatever reason.
And you want to do that? You want to do that now, or that's a thing that you're telling them you can do in case you get into trouble?
Well, I was telling you if we want to use it today, like and still before the snow gets too bad, like we could still like use that, or we could also maybe now that he's bringing it up, he's like, yeah, and also I mean, if we use it to our advantage, if we find a place where we know maybe incurring an avalanche might be beneficial, it takes time to cast this spell. I cannot just do it. I cannot even just, it's not a ritual. It's a 10-minute cast, so it just takes a little bit.
Well, do we think we were pretty thorough the last couple times we went out?
Yeah.
So do we think that there's anything else that we could find, or do you want to keep that one in your back pocket for like dire situations later?
I mean, I could definitely keep it in my just be ready for it. It might be useful for the trap if someplace I mean, I don't want to do anything too drastic, but if you give me like it's like maybe 15 minutes, it would take a lot, but I could make the caldera, at least a portion of it, feel like a desert, which might be like depending on how much I can change the temperature.
That might be devastating to their ecosystem.
Yeah, and that's my bigger concern, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to suddenly flood and then like re-ice over things. But yeah, we have options in some capacity of using the land and weather to our advantage.
It's also, to Dahani's point, it's also perfectly fine. If we want to just move, we're not going to make you all role play the 48 hours worth of, you know what I mean? Like we can certainly move ahead. We don't have to live here. That's absolutely fine.
If there was nothing else major that you wanted to do in the Caldera or around, you've definitely scouted trails, and you have a good idea of the lay of the land. But yeah, we don't. I'm honestly I'm gonna totally like the room. You're like, let's just watch how this plays out. No.
Don is like, there is such a thing as over preparing, and that can be just as dangerous as under preparing.
Sure. And Gazrick, you mentioned trying to get a little more information, and the truth is, you could ask Travik any other questions that you have.
Yeah.
Nobody seems. I go back and talk to Hirathok. Nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
It hasn't been happening for that long, and nobody's ever come back, and nobody's ever been found, and nobody's ever, either survived or come back even from an ambush, from a raiding party, from a kidnapping. So nobody knows anything. Travik has the most information, and he gave you all what he knows, and it wasn't a ton.
Right.
So sitting tight and letting your plan come to fruition is absolutely acceptable. So unless there is anything, then I think we can say that Travik delivers the message. Did you all want to be somewhere nearby, or did you just want to let that happen? The passing of the message to his contact.
I'm gonna let it happen.
Okay. That's Gazrick.
I think I want to know. Is it there's just to ask, is it like I pull them over traffic, like, so is it the Dropbox? Do you meet them in person? Like how like what is the handoff like? Because if it is in person, oh y'all we can't, like there's like that's an opportunity to see, you know what I mean? Like is that
it is he does meet this person in person, because he saw the one that you all chased through the mirror. He saw that person before, and they meet a little outside the city walls, sort of on the the unused side, the side of town that no one ever comes in and out through that wall, because it's there are more storms on that side or whatever. That's where traffic meets his contact outside of the wall and away is a little way.
I mean, I'll ask, like, the group, like, should someone spy on him? Should, like, on this meeting from a distance? Should we just?
I don't know. I don't think we need to. But if one of y'all feels like you could get some good information from it, I don't think it should be too many of us. If you do want to do that, it should probably be one, maybe two. But I think.
Yeah,
I think we should be good, but if one of you wants to go,
I'd say two, just for buddy system, just in case if something was to happen, you have someone there they can run off and tell the others.
Sure.
I'm
one small problem with that. They know we don't belong here, and we're going to be really conspicuous.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
Oh. And I will remind you that the Travic has not yet had a chance to mention newcomers to the like they have not met with the contact since. Right. So the message that you're giving Travic at this point is the message that you want conveyed. Travic's contact has no idea that y'all are here, let alone the rivals are here.
Right. I'm in this druid mode where I was like, let me just search all my spells. There's got to be an answer to this problem.
Is that like a whole mental thing? Like, I'm in druid mode. I'm in druid mode.
Like, yeah, it's truly though. It's just like, what's in my book? What can I look through? I'm gonna do it. Dahani is going to do it. Okay.
Like she will do the thing.
Okay.
Sure.
By yourself? Do you feel?
Yeah.
Not that I don't trust you and your stealth. I worry about the Xanathar more. That's
also fair. But also, if I'm made, I can get away faster than anybody else.
True.
Okay.
Okay.
Tonight, I'm gonna conjure a minor elemental as like a little ice elemental that'll like dig in, and it's like. Also, just like this little fellow will follow you if need be, and if
skitter along the wall.
Yeah. It's just gonna It's
gonna camouflage in with the snow. It'll be fine. But yeah, just in case.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Dahani, give us an idea of sort of where you're positioned. If they're out sort of in an open space, maybe a couple 100 feet from the walls, where are you sort of going to place yourself?
It's blizzard weather right now.
It is storming again today. Yeah. So this is a couple days later, and there is another storm outside. Yeah.
I'll fly. I won't be as visible.
Okay.
Even better. I will paint my underside.
Oh, I love that. Yes, that's so smart. I love that. Great. So do us a favor then. Go ahead and make a dexterity. I did make a stealth check with advantage, and also make an athletics check. Also,
athletics. Cool. That's gonna be fun.
Before Dahani leaves, can I cast Sanctuary on her?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That way, if they do happen to make you got a little protection from an attack. That's great.
I just want to, just so you know, I'll give you this, like the stats of the elemental that I sent.
Sure. All right. Dahani.
Here we go. Dahani has never flown in a blizzard before.
Yeah.
So her stealth check was an 8. It was a 13. and her athletics check was a natural 1.
Oh,
Okay.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay.
So
By Dahani, she just gets blown away.
You just
That
a
is-
frozen flying icicle.
Honey comes back, her wings are frozen open.
Oh,
I love
wait.
it.
No, never mind. Those are saving throws. Never mind.
No,
None of these were
okay.
saving throws.
All right. So yeah, the wind is strong, and you have some trouble out there. You are able to sort of, it's not, if anyone were to catch sight of you, it would be quite a sight, right? It is not an elegant flight, it's a little whatever, but you're able to see them. The problem is that with that natural 1 athletics check, right, you have to work really, really hard to stay aloft. And the stealth check was, even with disadvantage, was okay. So you can stay aloft, but most of your focus has to be on this. So I don't know, were you planning on trying to hear them or just watch them?
Hear them if possible, but mainly watching them.
I think with the wind, you can catch a few words, but to get close enough to really hear clearly would put you in real danger of just falling out of the sky on top of them.
Very true.
So but you are able to watch as poor Travick, looking as nervous as you have ever seen him, meets with, for all you can tell at a distance, right? Like it could be the same person you followed through the mirror back in the Witchlight Carnival. Same sort of cloak, pulled up over, very dark inside, like maybe magically dark because that hood is not that big, right? And you do, make a perception check also, Dahani.
Sure. Oh,
yeah. So you as a 24, right? You also definitely though catch sight of the symbol of the Xanathar on the forehead. So you know it is him, and it's pretty brief, right? Like Travick is obviously nervous, but he's just giving a report that he clearly has done several times before. So you imagine it's like, X new people, and here's the schedule of scoutings. And well, let's find out. Let's find out how well Travick holds his nerves.
No. Now I'm concerned.
Yeah, me too. As I was saying, and I was like, this could be really bad. Okay, so Travick is right, and very like talky nervous, and then they finish and they start to part ways, and you see you do hear, Dahani, you hear Travick go, oh, and like get his contact's attention again, and tell him something else.
Oh,
okay.
And and then they sort of part ways. The Travick head starts to head back for the caldera. The contact starts to walk in the other direction, but after a few steps turns around to just check that Travick is leaving and casts a spell. Make an Arcana check, Dahani.
Ooh, nice. Oh, that's impressive. 16.
Hey,
nice.
All right, 16.
Nice.
You recognize that this guy is casting Dimension Door because a little tear in the air opens up and he steps through. And your companions have cast that before. You're familiar with the spell. It's not a huge range, but maybe he's just trying to, get further away so he can go about his business without being detected. But that's sort of the scene that you see.
Okay, cool. Dahani is going to attempt to right herself and fly back to the caldera.
All right.
Fair enough.
This like ice elemental just like skitter by you along the side on all 4 limbs as you're making your way back.
That is just a terrifying image, but okay. Like,
Say something.
Love
It's like the girl
Love
from
it.
The Ring, on all 4s.
that is exactly, I was like, that's where you're taking it. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? So yeah, Dahani, you were back after your treacherous flight and observation. And what do you got for him?
Well, she comes back first of all, and there's icicles. There's like icicles and frost on like her eyebrows, and like there's an icicle. There's an icicle hanging from her beak, and she's just all frozen over. And she comes back to everybody and says, "Well, the meeting went I get the feeling he almost forgot to tell them that we were leaving, or that there was a scouting party that was going out really soon, a new one. But I think he saved himself. But it was definitely a member of like the Xanathars. I saw the little symbol.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see where they went after?
No. Well, they dimension doored out, and I was already having a lot of trouble flying against the wind and the snow. I didn't want to try and see. They could have gone anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to try and like follow them, especially
No.
without the rest of you being there.
No, I think that was the right move. That was the right move for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, y'all. I think we should just wait and see what comes of this. Like, I feel like there's not, unless we want to maybe go into town or ask people around the bazaar, or it just seems like there's not any other information to gather.
Yeah.
Gazrick, why not?
You don't want to go back to the bazaar?
Why not?
Let's stay out of public view. Let's stay over here.
Gazrick, over the last couple of days, every time you leave the house, somebody walking by puts on a little, like, sometimes it's like a little sprig of thorns like on their lapel, sometimes it's like in their hair, sometimes it's just on their wrist, but like every time you go out, at least one person sees you and is like, ah.
I mean, you thought that they were slow to pick up an idea here in the Caldera and adopt some of your ideas, but this one has surprisingly taken on very fast.
Every time I see it, Gazrick's like, no, it was the right thing not to kill Tavrik. Just remember, it was the right thing not to kill him.
I say that out loud.
No, it's just in my head. I said it in my
How dare
head.
you? Oh my god!
I mean, Selise was going to offer her services. If...
Selise showed up ready.
Every time
is what's up.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's right. She ready.
Yeah.
I love
Oh
it.
gosh!
Look, she's cold. There's no good whiskey here. She had like her hot bath.
Yeah, they're all about the ice wine here. I don't know.
It's
It's really odd.
It's good, but it's not whiskey. Yeah.
Well, I do have ice wine. I could go get it for props.
Ooh, I do like an ice wine. So,
I mean,
and this has been Cocktail Hour with the Rivals. So how are you? Okay, so the next day you are planning to ambush the ambush. So let's, so we can pass to that and let's set it up. You all can have sort of whatever location you want, as much time you want, because you could have given Travik, whatever information you wanted to give yourselves time to prepare. So let's get this set up.
I do want to backtrack 1 second because of
please.
Travik's little his little moment of forgetfulness. I do want to find Travik and ask him when he said the next scouting party would go out, just so that we're all accurate and on the same page.
There is a brief moment with Travik where he is still if you go that same day that you saw him, he's still kind of shaking, bless him. And he's like, just like you said today, right?
Also in my little moment of in the time that we do not speak about because it was all just waiting, I decided to cheer this guy up, and I took the locket. And well, from what I saw of it, I did a bigger painting of a drawing of him and his wife. So I when I ask him this, I hand it to him and I say, look, it's gonna be fine. Here, remember her. We're gonna find her.
Yes. Of course, he takes it, and hand still shaking, but now who knows if it's emotion or terror. And just, yes, you all are. I haven't much. I've never put much stock sort of in my own fortune or luck or the gods interfering, because they've got their own things. But if I were that sort of person, I would believe that you all were sent by them, because yes, you are going to bring her back to me.
We're going to do our best.
Yeah.
And now it's today.
Now it's today. Yeah, absolutely. That's lovely though. And he probably is like, should I come see you off in some spectacular fashion? That would be very inappropriate. So no. But he's very grateful for sure, and
coming to see us off would only perpetuate the rumors that are circulating around this caldera.
Exactly. Thank you for keeping an eye on it.
Yeah. All right. So how's this ambush getting set up?
Well, I'd love to ask you. Part of me is just like, if there's a ridge to overlook it, like split the team a little bit in a way to like oversee from a side, but also I think there's something about just like, I think that's more or less like, if people are gonna swoop in, have other people to like almost pincer them from the other space.
Sure.
Oh, what's the weather looking like today? Is there another storm, or is it just like normal cloudiness?
I think it's snowing, but I don't think it's a full-fledged blizzard at this point. So there's a little bit of, snow coming down. It is darker for sure, but it's not, it'll definitely help hide you, but it's not like obscuring visibility to 15 feet or anything like that. You know what I mean?
I would like to volunteer that at the start, at least, we venture out as normal. So that, if they have anybody who's watching the caldera, it doesn't look like we're about to go out with pitchforks of our own and do that. Dhani would like to volunteer to scout from the air, because she could be a little bit faster. Sure. And if she sees anything, further out, she can come back and say, hey, this looks like a good spot to do some stuff. So at the beginning, at least, I'd like to suggest that we continue as normal scouting party.
Okay, great.
If everyone agrees with that.
I think that makes sense. I think I might conjure a water elemental, just like to be on the outside and like hiding underneath the snow, so that when they can pop up and join in, just to give us another party member if something were to happen. The only danger is if I get hit, they will become hostile towards us. So they could also be another enemy.
I worry about Gazrick's taste in friends. Okay.
I mean, it's their contract.
Looks around.
Like all of this.
I love it.
Yeah, well, other than that, I think I'll just have my spells prepared and ready for whatever comes up.
All right.
Yeah, I'd like to be fairly far away.
Okay.
Because I have a 300 feet Eldritch Blast distance.
Shit. Yeah,
so I'd like to be 250 feet away, or so. Kind of.
The Shaka's in the back seat is.
Yeah. Because I can always I can run in or misty step closer to get in if I need to. So like I'd be far out, maybe with some I guess if y'all allow it, some binoculars of some sort, so I can kind of scout in on what's going on.
I mean, I do love Shaka with a spyglass. That's sort of fun.
Yeah. Maybe
that feels right.
Yeah, I might have borrowed it from Nicholas, I think his name was, from Carnival.
Yeah. Oh. That's right. He can't see shit. There have been so many people walking into that carnival without paying. He can't see shit.
I spruced it
I'm gonna taking that idea and I'm gonna put this in chat, but this is what I want to summon when we get outside for the walk. I can't copy paste here for whatever reason. Okay, is that it? Did that do it? No, that's still not it. I don't think my buddy has. I'm using my friend's laptop. I don't think he has keyboard shortcuts set up, which make me question everything about him.
I know. I mean, there's no
right click, copy paste everything.
Oh my god. This is
right. I've been driving with the very much. I think I have to fly
with a monster.
I don't think I can.
No,
yeah, absolutely.
Not a monster.
Yeah. But this was the elemental that I was going to summon. Air elemental.
We love an invisible stalker.
Oh my!
An invisible stalker.
That's terrible if you lose concentration.
It's gonna be
Right.
bad.
Excuse me.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So
guys,
are you all discussing? Yeah, like essentially you're discussing what your plans are with each other, I hope, and not each of you choosing to surprise each other with what you're planning on doing.
Right.
So
I think
I'm
the
just
big
telling
thing-
you now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, please.
Oh no, I was just gonna say if you summon that and you lose your concentration, it's been nice knowing you.
You're right. Oh, that's fair. That's understandable. The big thing about it is
gonna be great.
when Invisible Stalker is created, it stays on its summer side until it's given a task to perform. And they're just really good at tracking. And I think that's the idea, is that if that person finds out like this dude, that's all they'll do. They're gonna track this person down. And it says, and the magic that created the invisible sucker ends when the elemental is released. If it doesn't, like, if it completes the task, then it returns for more commands. Otherwise, vanishes. It's an unwilling servant at best.
Like a little resentful gust of air. Nice.
That's
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And this lasts an hour, right? Assuming that nothing goes wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. It's got a +8 to perception and a +10 to stealth.
Amazing.
Word being, if nothing goes wrong and it's us.
I'm sure nothing is
We
going to
just
go
have
wrong.
to treat it
gonna
really
be great.
nicely while it's
It's gonna be
here
wonderful.
so that it doesn't want to attack us if Gazrick loses control of it.
It's
I
like
didn't
being
summon
Yeah.
it.
it's like being nice to your home automated device. It's why you say thank you and please to your little your little inner spy thing. It's so when the robot uprising happens, they'll be nice to you.
Exactly right.
Exactly.
So
You never kick the Roomba. Never kick the Roomba.
Wow. So you're all
No,
kind
it's
of
true.
gathering as a standard hunting scouting party. That's the appearance that you're going out with. You got Tahani doing air support. Shaka and Gazrick are preparing positions and spells. Shaka has been. You do have access to some additional gear, like you bought gear in the bazaar, but when
Yeah.
you go to the Remmerhaz roundup, they still see you're green and they're like, do you need essentially they don't want to be responsible for you going out there and dying. So anything you need in terms of like scouting supplies, they even provide you with, if you have to camp out in the wilderness by some emergency thing, they provide you with like enough skills to do that. And Selise, what's Selise doing? That look just killed me. I'm like,
Elise is like geared up. She's got Fenris. Because she bought cold weather gear and they gave her stuff when they saw she's gonna ride a Remmerhaus. So she's geared up. She's kind of ready to go and just get this over with. And she's actually just kind of sitting there like giving Fenris belly rubs and talking to him. What?
Yeah, it's perfect. I love it. It's
She's
perfect.
like, look, y'all can do this weird shit. I'm gonna sit here with my dog.
That's right. That's right.
I'll knock on the door for a moment, and because I do like Gazrick does have a little bit of plans. Like, hey, Selise, hello, friends. I have a thought. So if I summon an invisible stalker and I get hit because they might, I'm the bait for this plan, right? That could be dangerous. Right.
Lisa stopped rubbing the dog and she's just like looking at you like, I'm sorry, you want to summon a what?
The way Gazrick works is his train of thought just like continued with him pacing into the room, and so like you're catching on the conversation as he's beginning. Like, so as I but he turns and says, but what if I'm also with Shaka out of distance, and they think you are me if I paint your outfit to look like druid's robes?
Oh,
what?
Because they're gonna they think you're the druid, they'll try to get in close and restrain you, and they assume you won't be strong and be able to do like physical melee fighting, but they don't know you, they don't know what you're capable of, and it could be a subversion. But also, I don't want to make you. I was great volunteering to be bait, I do not want to push you into being bait.
Selise like picks up where she was, like giving Fenris pets. It's like, so you want me to be the bait? Okay, just get me some druid robes. You're not painting my armor.
Okay, that's that. I think I can do that as well. And suggested. I don't want you to be bait. I suggesting maybe this is if that's okay with you, we're good.
So what's the backup plan? What happens if this invisible stalker? What happens if you get distracted?
I can dispel it. It'll just take another bit of my time, and so there might be a moment where I lose sight of it. We're just planning for truly worst case scenarios. We have to,
So worst case scenario, you summon an invisible stalker, you lose sight of it. It's invisible. I don't know how you have sight of it anyway. And I'm the bait.
Yes. No. If I lose track of it, it will come to kill me because I summoned it, and it doesn't like me. So even if it won't think it's you because you don't have the magic to summon it on. So you'll be fine. I'm trying to prevent the stalker from killing me as much as I can.
Okay. So just so I get this, you summon this invisible creature. I'm the druid bait. So if they try to take me, what then? Do I fight them? Do I let them take me and you follow me?
Well, fight them, whatever. Honestly, I'm going to trust your jurisdiction. If you want to make it seem like they're running away, the stalker will get there. Like the invisible stalker will follow them. That will be its only purpose. So even if we lose track of it, the stalker will be able to go, and I'll be able to track the stalker and be able to keep pace.
Okay. All right. I guess this will work, but you're getting me druid robes. And
okay.
How do you explain? And I just kind of gesture at Fenris. Unless is this a thing you can do as a druid? Do I pretend it's you?
No. Okay. Well, first
you can
off,
wild shape.
Yes, I can wild shape, but no one wild shapes into a cub. You keep your relative age. It's fine. This would be yes.
Well,
this is
we're going by your
familiar
maturity versus your actual age.
Wow. You know what? I will see myself. He mage hands his own collar out of there as he pulls himself out.
After self-yoinking out of the room.
Hi, it's nice talking to you.
I'll get you your robes. And he goes to, I go do that.
And they don't have any issue with you actually asking for, specifically, it's a bit odd, but they don't have any issue for you asking for specifically druidic cold weather robe. They actually ask, do you need them for all of you, or because they especially expect you to ask for it, Gazrick. So
right, I need it twice as long. All right, I need you to do it. Trust me, do not size for me. You need to have it. Nope. The wingspan is easily almost an 8-foot wingspan. All right, think of it almost in that size.
I'm a human, not like a half ogre.
Perspective is different. All right, when you're on perspective, so tall is just tall.
I was like, is Selise wearing the heels? Like, what the heck? Anyway, so they totally get you. They're like, okay, they are. There's the briefest flash. You can see it. They meet your eyes. You can see there's the like, is this for some? No, what? You know what? No, they just get you the robes that you asked for. They get you the robes you asked for, and they confirm that the rest of you will just need cold weather gear. And again, like you were able to arrange all of this as you're going to get your mounts to head out.
All right. And out, I think you do head. You all can set up your site. There are, plenty of snowdrifts and buried boulders and things like that you all can get a little bit of elevation. There aren't any, big, giantly tall crag cliffs and that sort of thing, but you can get a little elevation. You can get some cover. You all just keep an eye out for those things, and they are, fairly ubiquitous out on the frozen plains of the Frostfells. So wherever this ambush happens, you have them at your disposal. And I guess, Dahani, you're up flying to keep a lookout, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's have everybody, please, as you head out and begin the trail. Why don't you all make perception checks, and Dahani, from your vantage point, you can have advantage.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Nat 20.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Also,
Also, oh
Very
no.
good.
Like real back and forth.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Oh no. Oh yes.
16.
I was like, I thought Nat 20 was good. Did the rules?
No, we switched it.
Oh,
Did we
wow.
not tell you?
We flipped it.
inverted
Yeah,
the whole thing.
It's opposite day.
Gotta make it fun.
Um,
Let's see. Got a 10. So splitting the difference.
All right. Dahani got a 16, Shaka got a 16, and Selise got a natural 20. So I made you make checks and then was not ready to tell you what they meant.
Good job. Good job.
Thanks. I'm really on top of it today. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, so I just rolled a crit fail, for those of you who cannot see our rolls that are hanging with us. So it is, in fact, no secret. And I think there is an element of like, these people have ambushed lots of druids. And as you all know from your attempts at recon in the city, like, they've never failed. So maybe they're just a little cocky. Maybe they're just a little overconfident after so many successful missions. They don't feel the need to be particularly stealthy as they come up on y'all. But you all have ample warning, because Dahani will spot them a ways off as well. You have ample warning that a hooded, probably Zanlock figure is approaching, and approaching with what seem to be these two ice elemental warrior looking things coming up along with the Zanlock, with the Xanathar Warlock. And so unless there are any other final preparations, you got maybe a round if you would like to do one more thing in preparation before they arrive. It sounds like we may want to roll into initiative, unless you all want to try and negotiate with them. Taste, honey.
Wow.
It's
yeah.
No,
It was mostly a sarcastic offer, but I mean, I guess, I don't know.
Well, before anything happens, I'm going to cast aid on everyone, because I'm casting at a 4th level.
What a great spell.
Yeah, I'll
What
come
does
down
aid do?
for that.
So just so you all know, your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range, but because I'm doing a higher level, it covers everybody. Each target's hit point max and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. So it's not much, but you get 5 extra HP.
Yeah.
And that's
Very good.
that's not temp, it is max.
Mm-hmm.
Very
That's
nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Great.
Yep. So add 5 hit points.
That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Anybody else got an action you want to do to prep? Buff spell? This feels very 3.5. We're buffing before the fight.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. Let's see.
Dahani's gonna stay long range for this. She's gonna pull her bow.
Yeah, wind's not strong
Okay.
enough to give you disadvantage on that. So yeah, not yet anyway.
I think I whisper to the wind, like, because I assume my the gust that just constantly like swirling around me is like, keep an eye out on the central figure, and when I snap, go in. And then like the wind, like,
You forced me to come
that was
here,
so
summoning me,
poetic.
and you're gonna snap to get me to do something? All right, dude, sure.
all right, okay, what, do you have a better call signal? Something that's, what do you want me to say? What works for you, dude?
It would be better than like trying to get a waiter's attention you know what? It's fine. You're gonna get hit. I'm gonna get free. We're gonna have another kind of talk about this later. This is a very sassy invisible stalker you have summoned, apparently.
No. Well, I was reading the thing about them. Is like they begrudgingly do the task. So this.
This is perfect then. Great.
No, this is
It's
this
an
is Sullen
unwilling
Teens,
servant.
absolutely.
At best. Yeah.
Mhm.
like,
Perfect.
there you go.
Perfect. Great. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So ready for that. The elemental is ready for that. Shaka, anything?
No, I'm just out. I imagine I have some sort of ghillie suit on. I would like to have
Yes.
something that helps me blend into the environment with my spyglass.
Please, yes.
Just looking out.
Right, with the spyglass. All right, let's roll initiative then. You all have had your little moment to prepare because they are just apparently like not only walking, they're not walking normally, they're tromping through the snow. Like so confident they are that they are going to bag them another druid today. How exciting.
Well,
Just
I
a
got
random
my
day for them.
favorite number, a 4.
A 4.
So
Oh, it's your favorite. Congratulations. I bet you're so
4 is my favorite number.
happy.
It's a great number.
Yeah.
Got an 11.
An 11 from Selise. All righty,
20
Shaka.
for me. I'm sorry.
20 for Dahani. That's okay. And Shaka?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. But Brian, would you like to roll for the elementals? And I will roll for our friend.
All right. Let's do that. Ew.
Oh,
Really good, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, it was great. It was fantastic. They got an 8.
Mhm. Fantastic. And the Zanlock gets that's a 6 on the die, which means a 9. Thrilling. Did you say an 8 for the? All right. Zanlock 9. All right. So who wants to go first, Dahani or Shaka?
I'm gonna let Shaka go first.
Yeah, sure, yeah, because it's
Alrighty.
pretty simple what I'm doing. I'm just
It does seem
blasting.
fairly straightforward.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the target seemed fairly well identified. I got 3 blasts.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So let's roll. All
You
right,
can imagine these folks don't see anything coming, and all of a sudden,
All
they're just
right.
like,
Yeah,
So I
right. They're
got
like, "We're gonna get them
a
just
so a 10, a 17, and a 21 for the
Right.
attack rolls.
And you were doing 1 to each of them?
Yes.
Well, great. All right. The 10 is going to miss.
Yeah.
And the 17 will hit the Zanlock, and the 21 will hit one of the ice elementals.
Okay. Great. So let me roll damage on those. All right. So the Zanlock takes 12 points of damage.
All right.
And the ice elemental takes 13 points of damage.
Nice.
Oops.
Okay. We love a bit of force damage.
Yeah. And I'm actually going to stay out here. I'm not going to use my movement. I think I'm in a advantageous position. So I'm going to
Absolutely.
stay where I am.
3 blasts go flying out at one of the ice elementals, and that brings us to Dahani.
that is me. So as a bonus action first, I'm going to spend 3 key points.
Oh.
To use one of my Kensei abilities. Actually, it's called Sharpen the Blade, but in this case, it's Sharpen the Arrow. So I get plus 3 to attack and damage rolls for my bow for a minute.
Nice.
Nice.
And then
All
I
right.
rolled real dice because D&D Beyond, I love you, but your dragon egg dice are not doing it for me today.
Telling you.
And that's a 21 and a 26 to hit for the Zanlock. I'm going straight for him.
Oh yeah, both those hit.
Wow.
Dahani knows what's up. She knows you pays that you signed the checks.
They're my D8s. All right, that could have been better. 6, 7 plus 10, 17 points of damage to them.
All right. 17. You got it.
And I don't think any of my monk abilities get me the long range on my bow, so I am within 150 feet.
Okay. And still up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. All right. Very nice. I've lost our encounter initiative tracker. Here we go. All right, that brings us to Selise.
Selise.
That's the one.
Oh wow!
Getting
I
better
thought
at this. I'm getting better at using this.
Yeah, you are.
I thought that it would take much longer to get to me. All right then. Look, I rolled low. I wasn't expecting this. So I'm just gonna attack with my longbow. whoever's closest in front of me, and that is 2 attacks.
Do you want to? They're sort of all clumped together. So do you want one of the elementals or do you want the Zanlock?
Let's go for the Zanlock.
You got it.
And then Fenris can attack on my turn as well, correct?
If you forego one of your attacks, Fenris can attack in that place. So you get 2 attacks per attack action, right?
Correct.
So if you only attack once, Fenris can then also attack once.
Got it. Then for this round, I will take both my attacks with the longbow.
Yeah, and Fenris is just you can also have Fenris, I think, right, take the help action. So that can later on in the fight that can give you advantage and stuff.
Correct. Actually, the companion gains an additional bonus to attack, blah blah. But for now, let's just aerate the Zanlock.
Like a fine wine.
They're having a bad day because one was a nat 20 plus 11.
Goo, yeah, little hit.
And the other was 16 plus 11, so 27 and 31.
Weirdly, there's this hole in its AC at 27, so that one misses. No, yes, those both hit.
I put it there with my last arrow. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's just a little hole through, just right through, in and out, clean.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, both hit, and that crit's gonna be rough.
Oh yeah, I do double damage. So let me roll my crit. Whichever one's the highest, I'm gonna say is the crit.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 14. So 30 points of damage on the Zanlock.
Wow. God. Okay. Yeah, that's the Eldritch Blast was bad enough. The arrow was not nice. And then
I'm
Then
okay.
Second, that's total, that's for both attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Thank God. This is just real short combat.
I mean,
that's fine. It is the Zanlock's turn. And I think sort of in this moment, I think you in particular, Selise, because you're right there. Did you use your longbow or did you use your sword for that, by the way?
longbow.
Okay, so then you and Dahani and Shaka, since you have all fired at this Zanlock, you all can see that he is very surprised. He is rocked on his heels. He was not, first of all, he wasn't expecting, this level of resistance, period. And certainly not right at the offset ready for him. So he just sort of does the, reactive whatever, claps his hands together in front of him. And Selise, I need you to make me a con save, please.
Goody. $16.
Oh, again, 16, and that is...
Wait, it's 18 because heroic aura.
Okay, in that case, you save.
Yes, because heroic aura gives you a +2.
Yeah, because I just realized also that the DC was 18, so there you go. So you are not rocked back, but you do get hit for some damage as this spell goes off. Oops. 2 more of those. 12 plus 4, which is 16, halved is 8 damage, Selise. And the Zanlock sort of steps back behind the elementals after it does this and points at you, Selise. And I don't know if maybe there's a moment where you forget that you're dressed up like a druid, but very quickly you remember, what they are, what these 3 are here for, and what you look like. And so obviously he is pointing in your direction for those elementals. But it ain't their turn yet, I don't think. Or is it their turn? Actually, it is their turn.
It is their turn, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. And after essentially getting, they're probably also pretty ornery elementals who've been summoned, but we're not going to give them voices. Don't give them voices. They notice the command, and they both focus. They both focus their attention on Selise, and you're all, in my head, you were all 3 having your own mounts for this, except for LaTia, sorry, for Dahani.
Right.
So yeah, they both kind of look, and the one closes in, and Oh goodness, I am. Oh my. Okay.
While Brian is looking up the stats, we should mention that these elementals are in like what looks like plate armor, but made out of ice.
The heck?
And oh yeah, these are, and you can see these are the ice that forms their bodies is this like sort of constantly swirling and melting and refreezing ice form. They don't even really have legs. They just sort of have these constantly freezing and refreezing like vortexes that propels them along the ice. And they're in this ice armor and have, I think they have, what kind of weapon? Yeah, it's you know, in the moment for you all, not great, but in general, quite cool.
Very cool.
But what do they have as weapons? They have tridents. Yes, they have these ice tridents.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So, all right, there you go.
Wish I had Elms of Hadar right now.
So the one elemental, it kind of does like that. You know, you always wonder how Iceman would skate along his like ice things because it didn't actually make any sense. And it just kind of skates forward and lashes. It goes towards where it was pointed, towards Selise, and it's going to lash out with its trident to try and make. Hold on a moment. It's actually, sorry, not lash out. Toss. It's going to throw the trident because I remember how ranged things work.
Okay.
My bad. I'm sitting here like, wait, it can do so many things with a weapon like such. Okay. Yes, it's going to throw a trident, throw its trident at Selise. So yeah, essentially this thing inches itself forward, ice propelling it. And let's see here. Does a 20 hit?
No. Can I catch it?
No, that's a Dahani. That's a Dahani special.
That's a monk move.
Sorry, you threw it at me. I should have the opportunity to catch it.
If it wasn't a monk ability, I mean, that would be one thing.
It is. I mean, you know,
on athletics.
It's interesting because yes, it does throw and it sails. It's like nah. It sails, but then it kind of pauses in air past you and flings. It kind of like makes a turn around you and goes back to the elemental's hand. It's almost like magic.
Almost. Sort of melts, turns into this spear of water that refreezes into a trident in the hand.
Yeah. And the other one is still, again, it is basically get the druid. So it also moves forward towards you, and since the throwing didn't work, it's actually gonna make a melee attack on you. And dice. Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay. It's not. I'm not happy about it.
Nice just
it's nice to actually make a hit on attack.
Yeah, it is. It feels good.
So yeah, that is going to that's gonna make. Oh wow! Can you show me the actual thing? 8 piercing. Is that right? Piercing damage. Yeah. So 8 points of damage. Because it's essentially swinging this icy trident at you. And that is, and it really, like, all of these things, the minute they make their attack and stop, they just kind of like stop. It's like, you know, it's like they are waiting to make sure that, okay, do we keep going or not? They're waiting for their next magical order, which so far hasn't been rescinded.
Then the Zanlock is sort of looking very, very like, oh God, gotta be more specific. Next, is that both their turns?
Yes, that's both their turns. So it's Gazrick.
That's
cool. I'm gonna shout, okay, now, to the stalker to like kind of fly off to like try to attack the Zanlock. While I want to, you know, it's terrible realizing that I have to stay concentrated on this stalker. I cannot cast any other concentration spells, or otherwise it immediately disappears, or it comes to kill me. So I will. Selise, how much damage have you taken?
So far, I've taken 17.
17. Okay. Then I'm going to just get up close and yeah, that's also a concentration spell. I really got to be more mindful about my spells that are prepped and how many of them are concentration based. I'm gonna run up and they're ice, right? So they're definitely not gonna be bothered by a cone of cold, I'd imagine. Yeah, you'll find out, right? In the meantime, I'm gonna do a cure wounds on Selise. So I pressed cast. Did it roll it for me? I gotta roll here.
Not that I saw.
Okay.
What does this do?
You got 7.
Gazrick?
I got 7 hit points back.
Yay.
And then yeah, I'm just gonna like try to keep back then, like sort of keeping an eye on everything else that's occurring and really just waiting for and watching whatever my stalker does, which I can also roll for them because I want them to make 2 slam attacks on this dude from yeah.
What's the stalker's speed?
The stalker's speed
we
is
should call it the elemental. I should just say
the
that loud.
elemental.
The elemental.
IS has a speed of 50 and it's flying.
Oh, okay, great. So so go ahead. Both attacks. It can get to one of the other elementals or to the Zanlock.
To the Zanlock in particular. What actually? Yeah, because it seems like those elementals are focusing on Selise, and I don't know if hitting them would distract them. So it's a 20. So let me roll a d20 plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First one is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
I hope so. I was waiting for you to say no. Second one is a 10.
Wildly, that will not hit.
Surprising. And I will do, you got to roll the die. Instead of taking the 10, I'll do 2d6. And then I'll add 3. I got 15. That's why you roll.
Okay.
So
nice.
With the 1 bludgeoning hit.
Yeah. And out of you have the invisible stalker, the elemental is invisible. You should have advantage on those attacks.
Oh,
so you can roll again. You can roll again twice, once to see if you crit on the first one, and then the second one to see if you hit.
Cool. Well, let's do the 19 works. So this is
great,
probably just
fine.
Also got another 25. So that is
okay. So 2 hits. Yeah,
2 hits.
Dang.
I did get a 20 on one of them. I'm counting my rolls. This is I'm okay. Yeah. Let's do 2d6 and then we'll add 3.
All right.
Cool. 7 plus 3, 10. So 25 damage total out of these 2 attacks.
Yeah. The Zanlock is not. This is not how these go down.
Right.
This is just not how these go down. Not okay. Not okay. You know what's going to be even less okay? Whatever Dahani is about to do. Dahani, we're at the top of the round. It's your turn.
I have had a thought, and that thought is, are we taking this person alive? Would that be a good idea? So Dahani's going to spend a key point to step the wind to take the dash action. And because she is flying, her flying speed has been doubled to 150 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So she's gonna close in.
Sure.
And she's gonna, let's see. Yeah, she's gonna punch this guy just once.
I like how you say just once, like a month's punch isn't like deadly AF.
Just a little punchy.
This is the punch of the. I'm just a little punch. Just a.
Oh no!
A treat.
Oh no! I can't. As a treat.
A punch as the treat. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be an amount of damage and a con save, please.
Oh no.
7 points of damage and a con save.
I rolled the con save on their character. The con save is an 18.
Gosh, dang it! That saves. So I'm gonna punch him again.
Yeah.
You add your +2 from heroic aura.
I don't think it ups my DC. I think it.
Hold on.
I thought it gave +2 to everyone within 30 feet of me.
But to your saves, right? To your saving throws,
It's
right?
to your saving throws. It doesn't up my DC.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I tried.
I appreciate the attempt, though. Get
I
him.
appreciate you, Selise. That's another 25 to hit
That'll do.
for 11 points of damage and another con save, please.
Okay, this one I'm gonna roll where y'all can see. Oh, that's a nat 1. So.
Oops.
All right. So yeah, this person is now stunned.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
And I'm gonna use my free action to say, we're more than willing to talk about this.
this poor man is like, it's fine. It is routine. We're gonna go in. We're gonna grab the druid. We're gonna be home in time for tea. It's not how it has shaken out. All right. Anything else, Dahani?
No. That was my
Shaka.
whole turn.
I think we will come back.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Taking care of
Selise.
Yeah.
I am tired of being like attacked. Literally, I didn't even come here for a good time, and I'm getting attacked. So, am I close enough to melee with the Zenlock?
No, but you could be if you wanted to. The Zenlock is stunned, so he's not going anywhere anyway. You are in melee with the Myrmidons, though, so you'll have to move past them, and they'll get opportunity attacks. Yeah.
Shoot.
Or with one of them, just one of them did melee with you. The other one stayed back and through, so just one of them.
All right, I'm going to then do one attack on the. What did you call them?
It's an ice elemental, but they're the Myrmidons, is what we have their.
I'm going to do one attack on a Myrmidon, and pending the outcome, my other attack will be on the. I keep wanting to say Xanathar, and I know that's not it.
He's just a little beholder. It's no big deal.
All right, this is with my longsword.
Yeah.
That is a 18.
That does just hit the Myrmidon, right?
Hit. Yeah, meter beat, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very glad I have a +8 on that. My dice are very fickle today, y'all.
Just keeping it exciting.
10 on Myrmidon damage.
All right.
10 damage. Okay.
Is it doing anything before I go after the Zenlock?
I mean, getting pits of ice broken off of it, but
I was going to say,
no.
you make this attack on it, and you strike true. Ice chips fly off of it. It is still holding its attack stance and kind of looming, and the other Myrmidon is still holding its attack stance and looming, but neither one is making a move yet. So
all right, then
definitely took that damage.
I'm gonna try to finish off the Zenlock, or at least get them to the point where they're gonna stop fighting us. That is wow.
I have advantage on him as well.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Because it took me a minute. I was having a hard math moment. Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
That is so much better. That is a 26.
Oh yeah. Smack away. Now stunned, right? Not paralyzed. So no auto crit. Okay.
Right.
Correct.
Aw, dang it.
Yeah, sorry.
That is 9 more points of damage.
Yeah. All right. 2 solid hits from a very fed up Selise. Look.
I'm just gonna be like, are we done now? Do you want to talk? I'm like basically standing there with my sword, like, you want to talk now?
Yeah. And now it is the Zenlock's turn, and I think you can probably tell that he would love to respond, but is also stunned. And he
can talk through gritted teeth.
Oh, okay.
Shake his head.
I don't know what there is to talk about. Tie her. And you're not sure exactly what those last words were, but they did seem to be aimed at the Myrmidons.
of this.
Glad you're all enjoying my misfortune.
we tried. We gave him a chance.
We
Beat
did.
the heck out of our. Beat the heck out of him.
You did
Like,
the heck out of-
as this utterance comes through the gritted teeth, the two ice elemental myrmidons have like all of a sudden again acted like activation phrase, and instead of telling you the weather or giving you recommendations on Kindle, they immediately turn and it's like just shunk and immediately turn towards Selise. And oh wait, are we still? Yes, because it's now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because
it's the mirror.
Right, he was stunned. So right.
Oh
gosh. So so the first one, the one who made the ranged attack earlier with the trident, the trident kind of just melts away, and in its place is just some rope appears in one hand, and it
what
reaches
kind of
out.
rope is it, Brian?
Well, it's wet and it's cold and it's icy. If you don't like being cold, this ain't the rope for you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Can I do a thing as a reaction?
Yes, because it's going to try a grapple attack. It's trying to stop you to bind you. So if I'm doing
so the Myrmidon is going to make a strength check, because I don't think it's got proficiency in athletics. So yeah, Myrmidon's going to make a strength check. Selise, you're either going to make an athletics check or an acrobatics check to oppose, whichever's better for you. Or you could pick whichever's worse, I guess. But
no, athletics is much
okay. That's what I assumed.
Already.
All right.
27.
Oh God! Crit! You have to crit, Myrmidon. You have to crit.
Yeah. So it goes and
it goes.
It goes, and that's a no. But if I am, hold on a second. If I'm,
correct.
Unfortunately, I am reading this correctly. Yep. That first hand with the rope, like it's like you're just like whatever. The second hand comes through because it gets another attack, and ice has formed yet again another rope in this one, and it goes for another grapple attack.
I gotta do that again.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh, wow.
We love multi-attack.
I mean, it's
grappling. Just goes. Roll them dice. Roll them all.
That is a 28.
Yeah, okay, that one also. That one you are just covered. Like you are just it's in slow motion. It's just like whatever. The weird thing is now a third arm from the plate armor comes out with more icy wet rope, and it's going in. It's going in again. This is the one command which it's like, okay, all right, let's go. So that is going to be one more challenge.
Wow.
I have a +8 in athletics. I don't know if this is going to work out for this creature.
They have their orders.
They like it's not putting a lot of thought into it. It's literally putting no thought into it.
Thank you.
I know that is a dirty 20.
It's just like it doesn't even know how to. It's trying, and again on its third failure, that other arm vanishes, the rope vanishes, the trident appears in its hand again, and it's just like a statue. Mm-hmm. Now the other Myrmidon.
Can I react to that?
That was just one of them. That was just
one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of reaction are we making?
As a reaction, I wanted to cast Produce Flame.
I think that's an action to cast. Isn't it? What's the casting time on it?
Is it a?
Oh, you are correct. Never mind. I wanted basically to have it be a reaction.
Right. You did that during the first week. Yeah, that's right. Because we had the first battle.
I see. You just wanted to warm up the ropes first. I get you. I see.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to melt the rope and the Myrmidon.
Let's go.
Makes much more sense than my idea.
I guess since it didn't run away from me, it's not an attack of opportunity. So let's roll again and see if this other Myrmidon can try to attack me.
Oh my God.
This is great. Just two Myrmidons with ice rope. Here.
That's just it. Yeah. The second Myrmidon, it's again, it is like identical. It is a rerun. This one, however,
rerun.
It's the what? No, yes.
A rerun.
It's a rerun. Great. It is. So this one, it produces the same rope. And on this one, you notice like its hand gets a little bit larger, like it's wearing a gauntlet this time, almost like that's, maybe, just maybe, because it's trying to carry out this magical order. And it's going to make the same 3 grapple attacks on you. So
I just roll 3 d20 to make it quicker.
You can, yeah.
Awesome, I love it. What's first
27, 27, dirty 20.
Okay, the dirty 20 is possible for you to beat.
Right.
I don't think the 27s are.
Let's see here.
Because I'm using athletics, that's a +8.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, yeah, and you should.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's a 15, 11, and 11. No.
No.
No,
Okay.
none of them.
Selise, though, this is important, though. Will you do me either perception or arcana, I think, whichever's better for you.
Neither is great. My metal dice have not failed me today, so that is 19.
That ice rope that they're trying to throw around you is magical. And what was the number? Sorry, what did you roll?
19.
Every time it got, well, I guess it never got that close, but every time it got kind of close to you, it just made you feel very strange, like your magic was sort of dampened when it got close to you. But other than that, you're not really sure what, but there's something going on with that ice rope for sure. After you dodged 6 of them.
So basically, now I just pull out my shield and sword, and I'm like,
let's go.
Basically, it's like, if this is what we're doing today, fine. Now I'm just angry.
Right.
And now I wish I'd taken a level in barbarian.
I love it. All right, that is the Myrmidons.
Shaka is back.
I was saying we should go to Shaka.
Great. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Shaka, the 2 ice elementals have been trying to tie up Selise with this ice rope that they formed. And she is in melee combat with the 2 of them and the Zanlock, right? Who is currently stunned by Dahani's key. So go ahead and take your turn.
Sweet. Yeah. So as I said, I'm still in the same. So like no one's gone down yet. All the enemies.
Nobody's gone down. And there was a quick question tossed out from Dahani about whether or not you all want to keep the Zanlock alive. Questioning, I guess.
I imagine
both
yes.
Selise and Dahani did try to say, let's talk about this. And his response was to have his Myrmidons say, do bad things to us. So
yeah. I was like, I would definitely like to talk, but I feel like he's forced the issue. And once I see like Selise diving into combat, I'm like, all right, like it's on. So no, I can't do that in initiative, but I will. Shaka will make the assumption that these elementals and folks are just following the Zanlock's lead. So I am going to again do 3 blasts, but all 3 directed toward the Zanlock. That's what I would like to do.
Woo!
You have advantage on all of them.
All right, because he's stunned. Hey, sure. Well, let's do it. Okay, so let's do. All right, so the first one's a 27. Hey, D&D Beyond, work with me here.
You can do it. That was a double 18 roll there to get that 27 too. Yeah. Nice roll.
The second one is a 27 as well.
Like 18s, all right.
That's good.
And the third one is a 22.
Those all hit. Oh, this man is not long for this world. Okay.
I mean, he could have stayed in bed, ate his
that's
food.
He could
9
have.
points damage.
14.
Oh, actually, whatever. 14 points of damage. 23, and so that's 26.
Sorry.
36.
36 total points of damage.
I got to 27 and I was like, no. Oh, I see how you got it.
Yeah, definitely tell me how you take how you take down this Sandlock. How's this look? What do you do? Tell me about it. Remember, he can't move. He's stunned. It's not great for him.
Oh yeah. So he is he stunned like he's on the ground, like prone, or like tied up, or just like frozen in position?
Just like frozen because Dahani stunning struck him. Struck him. Anyway, so he's just standing there, sort of looking kind of annoyed and talking to his teeth. Start! Get her!
Yeah, well, I guess I would pretty much be shooting these three in kind of a triangular pattern at his center of mass. So like a triangle, like I guess I didn't plan this, but imagine like nipple belly button kind of things. If you're trying to get some
you did say the crowd was part of the excitement, so
it's like a Martha Graham warm up.
Yeah, exactly. This is like another part of the kink shaming of the rivals, I guess. So that's where I am aiming, so the beams just go right through. I imagine he'd still be stunned, so I think he would just fall backwards, frozen.
Or backwards, exactly. Right?
Yeah, exactly. He would just like tilt over with 3 holes in him, essentially.
Yeah, you don't have a repelling blast, do you?
No.
Okay, yeah, so just backwards and onto the ground. And at least in that instant, in the heat of this moment, the Myrmidons don't seem to do anything, right? They have always sort of followed the order and then gone back to frozen position, and they didn't seem to move or be affected. But also, who knows what they're going to do next? Shaka, make a perception check for me, please.
Yes, I shall. Okay, that is a 16.
As you fired your third and final Eldritch Blast, you saw something happen. You watched as you could finally kind of see this Zanlock's face, just barely. But what you see is that symbol on his forehead flare a sort of purple light. And then it's sort of somehow like his eyes also illuminate with that same purple light. And the wind, right, of the Frostfell carries this death rattle to you, Shaka. And you hear a voice that you have not heard in some time, but is definitely not this guy's voice, say, "Oh, I remember you." And then the Zanlock falls back into the snow and is defeated.
Oh my god. I'm gonna use. Are we still in initiative?
We are for the moment. Yeah, we're gonna finish this out and let Gazrick take his turn, and then we'll see what happens.
Then I'm gonna use my movement to move closer towards the Zanlock, and then bonus action Misty Step closer.
Yeah, sure.
I want to get as close to this person as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Gazrick. So the Zanlock is down. The Myrmidons haven't moved yet. What do you want to do to wrap this round in this sort of heat of battle moment?
Now, I didn't realize I muted my mic. But now that we have this sort of situation, I want to dismiss the air elemental. It's useful, but I think it's served its purpose. And I want to coming up and just like walk forward in between I think I just want to prep some things of like, I don't know. I think I turned to the group, like, should I heal this person and like trap them? So then we have to force them to answer our questions.
Don't I just?
I was just gonna say, I feel like Shaka might have feelings about this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'll do hold person, but don't heal him until he gives us answers.
Well, he's unconscious. He would need 1 hit point. He would have to have like
Fine.
just be awake.
1 hit point as a treat. Just
Right. No. Oh no.
I'll
This is
do like
first
lay
level
hands
heals.
on.
There you go.
I'll just lay on hands. Like you can get a hit point as a treat.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
And then
if I'm here, I'm not
Yeah.
going to be down with the.
Mhm. I thought.
I don't know if I've gotten here in time, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think.
you're all.
We're still
yeah,
discussing.
pretty
you
far away.
closed. Mhm.
as you're getting close, though, I want to, if you're gonna heal them, as soon as you pull away, I want to cast Wind Wall around the Zanlock. So basically, it's a wall of strong wind rises from the ground point you choose. You can make it 50 foot long, 15 feet, 1 foot thick. You shape the wall in any way, as long as it makes one continuous pass along the ground. The strong wind keeps fog, smoke, other gases at bay. Small or smaller creatures can't pass through the wall. Loose or light mixed materials can't go through. And you can't pass through gaseous forms. So it's basically, I want to like make a cylinder of, yes, exactly, all the way basically up to this head. And this is going to be a little tough and a little graphic for folks at home. Whipping around fast enough that it's almost suffocating him, like it's pulling the oxygen, so it makes it tight to breathe. Yeah,
right.
A little Avatar reference from Legend of Korra. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. That was awesome. I love it. Yeah. Right? Okay. Well, I think at this point, what happens with the Myrmidons before we go on?
Oh, after the Zanlock has been rendered unconscious is where we are. Like
at the moment, dying, but yes.
Dying. Essentially they've gone back to their statue form, and just very, very slowly, like as the wind is hitting them, you just notice like they are kind of melting down into the snow. The armor vanishes, and they're gone. It's just you. They're no longer an issue, a threat. They've vanished because they are unable to take commands or carry out their commands.
Mm-hmm.
So we can drop the initiative. They are gone. There is nothing that is going to immediately hurt you. So you all can have a bit of space to figure out what's next. I will say, honestly, the Zanlock is dying. So if you want to heal him, you should do it soon. But I know Shaka has some concerns there. So you got time to have that conversation. That's what I meant.
Yeah, are like y'all just going to heal him without?
Well, I was gonna try to either hold person, but then Gazrick did the wind wall. So
that was like basically, but that's the idea. Is like if we heal them with 0 movement, right? Like you can't, like no spell, like you can't wiggle out of it. That was just my thought.
Well, with the wind wall, I can't get to him to lay on hands.
Oh, yeah. There's a one.
Well, it's too late. I'm just gonna
stand it on top of his head.
Oh, you just like get the actual skull print. That's my bad.
So as I hear y'all kind of talking about how you want to do this, Shaka kind of lets out a deep sigh, and says, I heard the Xanathar. I think this person might have been possessed or something. I don't know if healing him is going to give us the information that we need.
I didn't say save his life, just heal him enough so he can talk.
Otherwise, we have no information.
I mean, we can try.
As you all are having this conversation, Shaka, I want you to know, actually, you should all know, that Fenris is acting weird.
Sorry, what?
Fenris has come up behind you, Selise, and is sniffing and making a sort of weird whining. It's not a whining noise, because it's not like he's scared or upset.
He's coming up and he's sniffing. He's sniffing near you. He's sniffing everything, and then there's a bark. Like, what is the direwolf equivalent of a bark, and sniffing again, and a bark, and kind of running a little bit ahead and then running back to you, and another bark, running a little bit ahead and run back to you, another bark. Like
not going to do the lassie thing. I'm not going to do the lassie thing.
I was gonna do the lassie thing.
Because Eugenio's ready. Okay, like he's so
Fine,
ready.
we'll do the lassie thing. What is it, boy? What is it? All right, I'm going to follow Fenris.
I was going to say, while this is happening, because Selise is the one who was going to heal this individual, can I fly up and over and into the wind wall and attempt to stabilize this man? Not heal him, but stabilize him.
Interesting.
Yeah. Medicine check. Sure.
All right, let's go.
I can also cancel the wind wall. I can cast it
Yeah.
again. That
I
fight
think
did not
this
take
is
a lot of
very
spells
funny.
out of me. Yeah.
Because like I feel like I get where Shaka's coming from, but Dahani feels like if we don't talk to this guy, we're not gonna have any information as to where to go next.
Shaka is stewing. Because he feels like when he heard that voice that he got some vengeance, you know. And he is he sees what's going on. Actually, while he's stewing and while they are preparing this, can I roll an investigation? Oh, either can I roll something to let me know to either see if I can get a sense of either anything that this Zanlock is wearing or maybe has in their pockets or something, or to get a sense of if they were possessed or controlled by any means.
Oh yeah. If you want to look for like an something that would have like been a physical tether, investigation's fine. If you want to try and figure out how it was done sort of on the magical level, Arcana would also work.
Yeah, I think I want to do an Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah, visually you can see that this person's attire is similar to the warlock you followed. It's similar to the one that Dahani described. It's similar to that. So they are very clearly all working with the same group.
Nat 20 on Arcana.
Oh, hell yes.
Wow.
So let me just tell you how this works.
Mic down and listen.
Yeah, right. So you sort of go through things. You never, when you were technically a Zanlock, Shaka, you didn't have direct contact with the Xanathar. You didn't get, as far as I recall, you didn't get like the tattoo that they all have.
I didn't get tatted up.
So you're really sort of having to put this together. But what you think happened is that tattoo is the Xanathar, is a sort of something that ties these warlocks even more closely to him beyond just the pact that they make. And because it activated before the voice and before the eyes, what you basically think it is that these warlocks have these tattoos that allow the Xanathar to, it's not exactly possession, it's more like just sort of see and hear through their eyes and ears, or like a clairvoyant spell or whatever. But and apparently speak through them also. But it is definitely linked to these Xanathar symbols that they have on their foreheads. And if you were to look now, you would actually see that the tattoo on this man is gone.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, yeah, so I would try to share this as they're preparing to bring him back. And like I say, look, we can get some information from this person. I don't like it, but if you want to bring him back and question him, that's fine. But I think this person is like how I was. I don't know if they are linked to the Xanathar on their own, or they were deceived as I was. But there's clearly something going on here that's tied to, to, I believe, a false patronage. And we got to get to the bottom of it.
Are you sure it's false patronage?
I don't know, but I've spent the last months to year looking for warlocks that have had experience This is one of the first times I've come across someone. I've never seen this tattoo before, but that voice I heard, it was the same voice I've heard in my head, for decades, right, of my life. So
maybe this can be your chance to find out something, another part of what you've been trying to do.
Exactly. And also,
as I said before, I don't like it, but you're probably right. It just felt so good to do what I did, but this doesn't undo that because I could do it again, so it's fine.
I mean, honestly, I hate to say this, we could bring this guy back. You could hit him with an Eldritch Blast. We bring him back. You could hit him with the Eldritch Blast. We can bring him back. You can hit him with the Eldritch Blast.
So
he has taken many of my people. He has taken many
Wow,
of my
that's
people,
true.
and I have no sympathy for him at this point.
But Gazrick,
Zero.
Gazrick, you realize if you keep using that many Eldritch Blasts, eventually there'll be nothing left to bring back.
Sure.
Jeez, man.
It's
Yeah.
cheese, man.
You need something to bring back. And look,
That's
you
legit.
all.
Maybe I hyperbolized. Sure. But
Besides,
we
I
need the-
can just pin him to a wall. I have arrows. I have smiting. I have fire. There's more elegant ways to do this. You realize?
so elegance does not always mean showmanship, though. Who
Who
there's
said
a
anything
style.
about showmanship? I'm talking
Wow.
about pain.
Oh,
While
And Gazrick
yes.
acknowledges, oh no, that makes sense. That's a common thread right now in terms of information.
Yep.
Yeah,
I just
and-
bring this up, and particularly because I feel like we got nothing out of this. I mean, we know the Xanath are here. We knew it, but where do we go now? Where did they take my people, and which direction? Yes, Fenris, we will get to you in a moment, but where did they take my people? All right.
I see.
Fenris, I will get to you in a moment.
I
buddy.
see.
It's okay. Yes. We have no
Yeah.
idea where to go, and we're lost in the snow.
This
Fenris
entire
gives up and
time-
walks off.
Yeah, this entire time, Fenris has been walking ahead and barking, walking ahead. And now, after Selise came back to essentially offer to turn this person into a flaming dartboard, Fenris is just in the snow, just off the trail, all fours like sitting and barking and howling in what
Right, all right.
appears to be a very specific area in front.
I'm gonna go see Fenris.
Yeah, I think Fenris
gonna
has a
go.
scent. I
You
think
tired,
Fenris
yo?
has a scent.
Yeah.
I
Better
think.
to me. He's gonna be like, I'm leaving you. I go over and see what the good doggo wants.
Yeah, we follow.
And yeah, he basically keeps looking up, nose in the air and moving forward again, and it's just forward bark, back to you. It's very much like, yeah.
There is a
Follow.
moment. Please. There is a moment in one of the, it becomes very sort of rhythmic. You hear like the padding footsteps of Fenris and the little Fenris bark, and then the padding footsteps of Fenris and a Fenris bark, and then the padding footsteps of Fenris and the most earth-shattering roar you have ever heard. It does not come from Fenris. It comes from somewhere ahead in the direction that Fenris is heading. And you see now that Fenris is leading you all towards a blizzard that does not look very far away. And that roar seemed to come from somewhere beyond the wall of falling snow and wind. And it was unlike anything you all have ever heard before. And that's where we'll leave it for this week.
I had a feeling. I was like,
that one was. I
Begins to
telegraphed that
cast
one a little
control-
bit.
No, well, wait. I'll wait.
It's like,
Yeah, you all know now by now.
I'm still
You know
waiting
by
for you to
now.
melt the caldera with like caskets. Like, I'll make it like a desert. Like, what is wrong with you?
No, okay. It would only be for like 8 hours. You can't melt that much snow in 8 hours, right?
This is the terraforming of the Frostville. I love
Right.
it. All right. we're going to go around and let everybody know where you can find us when we're not here on Sundays. We'll say this a couple of times, but a quick reminder right off the bat that we will not be here next week. We have 1 week off next week, so we will not be doing a live session on Sunday the 28th. Tanya and I will be in San Diego having wrapped our Game of Motherlands at San Diego Comic-Con. But we will be back the week after that for our penultimate episode. And then, of course, our finale is going to be Friday, December 10th. At PAX Unplugged. All right, let's go around and do them outros. I know it's coming. It's coming.
I know.
So fast.
Let's see. I think we'll go in reverse order again since that worked. Tanya, we will start with you.
Hi. As Eugenio said, next weekend I will be with him out in San Diego. So if you're at San Diego Comic-Con, we're going to do a live session of Into the Motherlands with Eugenio at the helm. I'm bringing Victa, but at the table will be Gabe Hicks, I almost use this man's whole Twitter name. Gabe Hicks, Markia McCarty, and B. Dave Walters on the player's side for a change.
Ooh,
yeah. No idea what anyone's playing beside me bringing Victa. And then I'm going to, yes, you do. Then I'm also just going to be gone for a week because Black Dice is wrapped for the season. We are planning a holiday episode on December 16th. Knock on wood, we can all make that episode happen. Obviously then we'll be back for episode 9 and at PAX Unplugged. I'm doing a bunch of panels, both with Eugenio, NoirEnigma, who's behind the scenes, LaTia. Basically, I think I'm on a panel with everyone but Shareef beside our game. So come to PAX Unplugged. I'll grab the link once I'm done with my outro. And my own channel, knock on wood, hoping to do some Halo Infinite once it launches before we run away to PAX Unplugged. And doing a lot of New World. So Halo, New World, a various split in what I'm playing on stream these days.
Awesome. Masood.
Hey y'all, it's me, Masood. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Maroodboy, MAHRUDEBOI. What I got going on this week is I'm doing a little bit more traveling. So this is right now my currently the only stream I got. So you can catch me on Sundays playing with these folks. Obviously next week, as we mentioned, we're off. We'll be back the week following. I'll be out in PAX Unplugged with all these wonderful folks. Can't wait to see y'all. And in the meantime, send me some recommendations of books you think I should read or like games you think are important. I'm trying to get a recap on stuff that's worthwhile content consumption that's not for production. If you know what I mean. I don't want to churn something out. I just want to enjoy it. So I'm looking for recommendations around that. And other big things. If you have, I don't know, I'm just gonna say it. This seemed like a good episode for fan art of the crew and maybe of Gazrick. And if you have other fan art that you've made of Gazrick, please let me know. I would love to highlight it in a certain way, but I can't talk about it yet, but I will in the future. So if you got some stuff, you can send it to my Instagram or my Twitter at Maroodboy, MAHRUDE. But that's me.
All right. LaTia.
One moment.
Oh.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Nah.
It's me. It's your girl, LaTia Jacquise. I got nothing. Well, I got stuff, but not a whole lot of stuff. On Thursday, the final episode of my Eidolon Alpha little mini series will be airing, not streaming, because we're pre-taping. I'm just going to get that out of the way right now because it's Thanksgiving. Other than that, Idol Champions presents next Monday, this Monday. We've only got 2 episodes left. We're fine. I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can find all of the other things that I'm doing on my Twitter, at LaTia Jacquise. It's my name. I love you all.
And Shareef.
Hey, you can find me at ShareefJackson.com, SHAREEF Jackson.com. Shareef Jackson on all social networks. I'll be in that same Trials of Mount Tiamat game that LaTia mentioned Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific, twitch.tv/CNE games. We're trying to cleanse the forest, and we're doing it in a very awesome way possible.
We're doing something.
And yeah. And of course, PAX Unplugged, as everybody has mentioned, is coming up soon. Pretty excited about that. And a couple other things I can't quite talk about yet, but there are some exciting things in the pipeline for me that I'm been working on and waiting for the go ahead to talk about. So look forward to seeing y'all in 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
That brings us to
to me, I think.
You.
To me,
It's
yeah.
you. Yes,
Me.
it's you.
Hi,
Yes.
everybody. I'm Eugenio. I'm DM Jessians. Follow me on Twitter at DM Jessians. Same thing here on Twitch. Where can you find me this week? What day is it? Sunday. Tomorrow night. You will find me over on the Kobold Press channel at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific for Courts of the Shadow Fae, run by Little Red Dot. We sort of defeated the Shadow King last week. So now we're going to be, I think the rest of this season, we're going to be previewing some of the content from from Kobold Press's most recent Kickstarter, the Ebb and Tides book. So if you want to get a little sneak peek of some of that cool stuff, come start hanging out with us on Monday nights. Tuesday, I will be streaming as usual. Of course, I've been saying this for weeks, but I'm 95% sure that I'll be finishing Mass Effect 3 on Tuesday. So fingers crossed there. We'll finish that up. And then Wednesday, as always, I'll be releasing a new episode of my D&D podcast, but also this coming Wednesday is the premiere of Thimblewinter, a new short-run 4-week show where my podcast, The Last Refuge, is partnering with Kobold Press and a new virtual tabletop system called One More Multiverse. It's a sort of 8-bit old school video game type virtual tabletop. We have created our little 8-bit characters in it. Dot is setting up worlds, and we're really excited to have that crew do 4 episodes together. So that starts on Wednesday at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, also on the Kobold Press Twitch channel. And then San Diego Comic-Con, Tanya's already told you all about. And then, we're coming up on PAX. Is the goal be here so soon? All right, take it home.
Yeah, I'm not terrified at all about PAX. It's going to be great. Hello, everyone. I am Brian, aka Urban Bohemian, pretty much everywhere on the internet. This week, you can find me. There may be some extra streams on my channel, twitch.tv/Urban Bohemian, because I got to start cooking for Turkey Day. So why not turn that into content? And this Wednesday, in addition to my Tuesday stream, this Wednesday, I'm going to be over at twitch.tv/Wireless Riot. I'm going to be with them. We're going to both be streaming from our kitchens. We're going to be the night before Thanksgiving, talking about food, preparing some sides, preparing some meals, getting ready. That's going to be a lot of fun. And there are, like others, there are things in the works that I can't really say anything about, but the best way to find out what's going on is to keep up with me on Twitter at twitter.com/Urban Bohemian. And that's it. What do we have? Do we have time? Shall we?
We are exactly at time.
We're at time. Okay.
Who are we rating this week?
Who are we rating?
Imperial, if she's still on.
Yeah.
She is.
Okay, I'm glad you checked because I was too slow.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's go hang out with Imperial. You'll be on your best behavior. Give that rivals love over there. We will see you in 2 weeks with episode 9. We may have some stuff on the channel next week, so keep an eye, but it won't be an episode. We will have our next full episode, episode 9, in 2 weeks, and then the week after that's our finale. In the meantime, we'll see you around, folks. Happy gaming, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.